Welcome back, everyone. Well, I first met these two fine people 6 months ago. Wasn't a year ago, it was 6 months ago in February. About a serious subject and a great event coming up in Saratoga. Joining me today is Virginia Fretto and Todd Eicher. And Todd is the captain of the Davidson Brothers team for the Tour de Cure. And you're a Red Rider.
I am.
I like that. I don't know what it means, but it sounds cool. So welcome back.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here. Now, when you were here in February, right?
Correct.
And that was to announce the start of the fundraising and all the effort to put this event together. It's hard to believe, but here's the event, right? So Todd, let's back up a little bit.
Okay.
This is the third year that you're a captain with the Tour de Cure. And when we were here in February, what was that kickoff about?
Back in February, just starting our fundraising back then, recruiting riders. Back then we had about 50 or so riders. Mm-hmm. As of right now, we have 210 riders on our team, and we've raised about $50,000 so far.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
because that's only a piece. That's only a piece of what we're talking about. Tell us how many riders participate in this race.
It's over 2,000 riders, and believe it or not, Saratoga is the second in the nation for the Tour de Cure.
You know what? It just speaks to the whole community thing here that goes on in Saratoga. It's so vibrant, it really is. And if you want to put a number on that, over 2,000 riders participating in this event. You told me $1.3 million was raised last year?
Yeah.
I can't even do the math to $1.3 million. That's so impressive.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I remember this when the first time we spoke. You have diabetes.
I do.
And let's just tell our viewers a bit about what it's like. When did you discover that you had diabetes?
I've had diabetes for about 17 years now. Wow. I was a teenager when I was diagnosed, and I'm diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, which is insulin dependent, also called juvenile onset. And now, thanks to all of the advances, I mean, I wear an insulin pump. I don't have to do injections. I wear a continuous glucose monitor, which checks my sugars real time and actually syncs to my iPhone. So technology has made living with diabetes very manageable. And I mean, you still have your ups and your downs. That's the whole part of being diabetic, managing the highs, managing the lows. And really, it's about being aware of what affects your body, like a bike ride. You know, the exercise that goes into that, I have to adjust things on my insulin pump. I have to make sure I have snacks and have glucose with me in case I have a low. So things like that I think about on a daily basis.
Oh, I bet you do. You know, Virginia and I were talking before we went on air. I have a friend who died of it because he didn't monitor it. Now, since there is no cure for diabetes, a lot of the research and development, of course, is going towards trying to find a cure, but also developing what you just said, which is the ability of people that have diabetes to be able to monitor it, which is absolutely critical in the day-to-day, in your day-to-day activities. And I think you said something to me I thought was kind of interesting. Not so much you get used to it, but you can live with it.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, right.
You can. You just become very aware of your body and how different things affect it. And like, it's just really exciting to see the advancements that are coming out. I've heard of, you know, artificial pancreases in the future, and so it's manageable if you have the right tools.
Yes, and that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
So tell us about the event, June 5th.
June 5th, 10 days from now. There's 5 different rides, anywhere from 10 miles to a 100-mile ride. The 100-mile starts off at 7 a.m. It's a great event. This year is the 25th anniversary of the Tour de Cure, which is pretty exciting.
Sure. You know, I'm going to talk about. I was going to ask you if you have a golf cart entry so I could just ride around, okay? But you're involved in the 100-mile race.
Yeah, I've done.
What's wrong with you? How does anybody ride 100 miles on a bike?
I guess I'm not normal. I don't know. No, it's for a great cause. I like supporting the event. I like to ride my bike, so it's 2 things. It's a bonus.
Yeah, sure.
I've had family members who've had diabetes, and it's just a great event. There's 350 volunteers who make it work, and
well, it's an enormous effort. And again, just to go back on it, you're raising over $1 million That is so helpful, right? It really is. Now, last year, I remember you told me that you, what is it called, a bike trailer?
Yeah, I pull my daughter in the shortest one, the 10-mile one, in the bike trailer. She's 3.5 now, so she's getting heavy, so it's definitely a challenge. But it's the 10 miles perfect for anybody's skill level. I mean, you can ride with kids, you can ride with a team. It's a great ride, and it's through the state park, so it's beautiful too.
And you know, it's even to the point where you have a kid that's got a tricycle.
Yeah,
you know, you can
there's
go
a lot of kids
with
that ride
tricycle.
it.
Now, another thing too, it's a protected route. Base camp is Saratoga High School, right?
Correct.
That's where it was last year too, and it heads over to the park.
Yeah, the 10
And
mile,
it's all
yeah.
monitored by the police, so the routes are protected. Except what you guys go to, like Corinth or something. Where
Yeah.
do you go?
Some of the longer rides are on the open roads, of course. They go through Charlton area, Corinth. Like I said earlier, there's 5 rides: 10-mile ride, a 28-mile ride, a 50-mile ride, and a 62, and then the 100. So there's a ride for all abilities, like Virginia said earlier. And
Now, where can people go? They go diabetes.org/Saratoga?
Yes.
that'll bring you.
Diabetes.org/Saratoga. The race is Sunday, June 5th. Get there early, especially if you're a pro, because you want to get on the 100-mile run. And of course, the rest of us will just take our time on Sunday morning and take our tricycles and run around, or bike trailers. I love that term. Well, thank you both very much
Thank you.
for
Thank
coming
you for
in
having us.
again, and your dedication to this really worthy cause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, lookTVonline.com.